Long ago, a prince ventured out of his father's shadow to build a kingdom of his own. The lad came across a glorious mountain and began building his castle into it, but to his surprise, the mountain was rich with lapis lazuli. Quickly taking the resource to his advantage, the boy's kingdom, deemed lazuli, grew very strong very quickly. The prince fortified his city with palisade walls and flaming towers at every corner. As the strength of lazuli grew, so did the ego of its ruler. A wizard sent by the boy's father warned of the dangers of a hostile ruler, advising him to make allies, not enemies. The Egyptians believed lapis to symbolize the night sky. You can use the mountain for which this city is named to reach that night sky, yet you don't. You raise others' castles rather than finishing your own. The prince, blinded by arrogance, ignored the old man, leaving with one final warning. Lapis lazuli is a gem sought often by man. It is beautiful, it is enchanting, but it is fragile. Used correctly, this city may prosper, but continue down this path, and your kingdom will fall. Vowing to prove the old man wrong, the prince doubled his efforts in siege and found himself at war with the Emerald Knights. What began as an enemy outpost outside the city walls grew into a city of its own. Years of battle enraged, but still the prince refused to give up. Seeing no end to the chaos, the wizard returned to Lazuli, erecting a mighty tower from the earth, splitting the palisade wall in two. The Emerald Knights showed no mercy as they rushed into Lazuli on their hog riders. When the smoke cleared, all that remained among the rubble was the wizard's tower, a stretch of palisade wall, and a single flaming tower. From the ashes, the wizard founded new Lazuli, with that flaming tower being the only place in the kingdom that battle is encouraged. Lastly, the wizard tasked Ash and Bones as guardians of the tower, so that he may oversee a kingdom built the right way by Tempest Pirate. What's going on, guys? It's Tempest Pirate back for episode 4 of LegendCraft. As you can see, we still have some goats on the loose, but behind me we have some progress. See, I've been laying some plots down of where the other buildings are going to go in the kingdom, and so all these little stone foundations are labeled with signs telling us what's going to go where. So as you can see here will be the armorer, where you can buy armor and tools and weapons. And I'm working on this as we speak, the blacksmith. So I have a design made up in creative and I just began working on it, but I figured I'd start recording, let you guys know where I'm at, and show you that surprise that I teased in the last episode. So you thought the wizard tower was done, but we added this little crow's nest, I guess you could call it, to it. I think it looks fantastic, the little end rods there dangling down. So as promised, the interior to the whole wizard tower is done. So walking in this front door, we have a beautiful little common room, a little bit of a bookshelf, and some storage here. And if we crawl up this, and I love the way it looks like enticing. You see this vine and you want to know where it's coming from. So you climb on up, and our first room is the brewery. And so you can see we have our little nether wart, we have our brewing stands. It's got a very good nether vibe going to it. And if we climb a little higher, we end up in the library. Now this room is a very cozy feeling room. You have all the warm colors, you have a beautiful, comfortable sofa, and your reading area. And I love the floor in here. I love it. And if we keep on going up, we find ourselves in the Emporium with all different magical artifacts from around the Minecraft universe, with a soul-seeking shrieker in the center, some type of, wizard-looking cauldron thing. And we can walk out this way, and now we're out on that bridge. And if we walk through this powdered snow, we end up in this room where we have the magic ball. We can see anything we want to in the world, kind of like mirror mirror on the wall, but it's player head, glass globe ball. And one more flight up, we get to the bedroom. As you can see, it's not super detailed in here, but it's warm, it's cozy, the bed looks comfy. I found this hack on Instagram somewhere using nylium to look like bed sheets, and then, you know, kind of droops down off the sides. Got the snow pillows, the empty item frame. I don't know why that's there. So as you can see, we have this landing platform, comes inside to our beautiful nether portal that matches the reaching amethyst ceiling that's spraying down its flowery goodies on all who come through this room. On this side, we just have a basic window looking out over our enemy, Father Fungnuts. And on the last side, we have the guardians of New LAZULI, Ash and Bones. And just like that, we are back with a beautiful blacksmith building. If we make our way inside, I went for a path floor, kind of worn down, used. It's a workshop. We have this fire. Took me some playing around with, but I have the alternating campfires, and behind those is actual fire, like lit with flint and steel, and that gives it a nice effect because you have that black smoke, I guess, and then we have the gray smoke coming from the campfires, and it kind of fills the void between the two flames, if you can see there. We have the magma for some coals down below the fire because it's a blacksmith. They need to get the weapons very hot. Bring it to the anvil, cool it off in the cauldron. We got a workbench. Got some tripwire hooks to hang some tools with our armor stand data pack. Some grindstone to, put the sword between the wheels and do whatever grindstones do. And here we have a little coal stash. If we make our way up the stairs, we're in the actual shop. And so as you can see, we are in tight quarters inside the roof, but we're selling all sorts of things: hose, shears, shovels, buckets. We can actually come out onto the tower where you can see we have pretty good view of the kingdom. Speaking of the kingdom, as you can see, there's a lot more plots to be filled. This was just one of them, and I feel like grinding. So, without further ado, let's get another one done. And just like that, we are back with yet another building. And before I show you guys the inside, this is an apothecary, but it has a problem. See, if we just take a few steps back and look at it again, yeah, you see the problem? It's not touching. No. It is one block away. See, stupid Tempest didn't do the math before building this, and the roof of our apothecary is literally one block from being connected to our wizard tower's crow's nest. So, I don't feel like changing the roof on this, which means I'm gonna have to move this. But that's a good thing, because if it comes off of that corner instead of this corner, it'll just have a better line of sight. Because from here anyway, with any building there, no matter how tall it is, you don't really see it. I'm just gonna have to move that over, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so that's a project for later. Stole this trick from Father Fungnuts over in our modern area. He actually used the lichen on both sides of glass to make that kind of glossy effect, I guess. I actually went for like a coral flower box instead of normal flowers. If we step foot inside, and you can see the little potion sign to show that this is where you get your medicines and your brews. Step on inside, it is very crammed in here. Disclaimer. So obviously we have brewing stands all over the place, and we have all our ingredients all over the place. We have some mushrooms, some feathers, some eggs, your actual brewing essentials, and lots of just storage crammed in. If you look up, it's just like catwalks spiraling up this little area. We have our ingredients book, a magic crystal, more brewing stands, some lava, a barrel of blaze powder, I guess. Have our spoons to stir the cauldrons. And we have where the apothecary harvests the honey for the medicines. More cauldrons. Flour, you know, very magical feeling, very crammed, tight space. There's even another catwalk here. Just a little more stuff over there. Did that and then put this road in. It clashes with the red, but I think I have a solution for this. At some point, we're actually going to tear this out. I built 4 walls around this entire kingdom, and I still get intruders. Look how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 8 of them. You guys would not believe how many pillager patrols I get spawning in here. It's not even funny. I actually have some locked away in the arena up there. Even marked off with a pillager banner. And just like that, we have some more. Seriously though, I get like 2 pillager patrol spawns a day. Okay, Epic Gamers, so I have a lot to unpack here. Basically, I've done a lot of work, but I've also been gone for a few days. So I'm just kind of getting back into the flow of things. And I'm just going to show you what I've gotten done. So here's the blacksmith. As you can see, did a little bit of terraforming. So I want grass in this kingdom to be very sparse, because realistically, a kingdom, I mean, it wouldn't just be all perfect green grass. And grass in this biome looks really good, and as nice as it looks, it doesn't look real, and I want it to look real. So I will have little areas of greenery. As you can see right here, have like this little flower box. I actually just took this design straight off Instagram because I just need something to put here. So it's just a little flower box with a little tree. But over on this side, we have podzol and path blocks. And so this, basically what you see here with the little rooted dirt and some coarse dirt, this is what's gonna basically be like behind buildings, between buildings, anywhere where it's just like a walking path. But then actual roads will look like this. So this design, it's like basalt, have some variation in there with like the warped trim to it. Over here, again, that path, and we have some little bushes, just kind of making a walkway to the wizard tower. And I built a bakery. As you can see, there's no inside yet. So as I said, the castle wall, or the kingdom wall, is just lined with these houses. So all the different smiths and farmers and all the people who work in the city come home at the end of the day to these complexes of apartments, I guess you could say. And so as you can see, we have like this door will go up into the tower, and then this is cool. That lantern, take your guesses. What's the lantern? This lantern is the lantern that I placed on this very grass block months ago. And I looked at Father Fungnuts and I said, this is where the wall will go. You're not allowed to cross this lantern. When you see this lamp, it means you're in my kingdom. Now you can't even see the stable from the lantern. And back over here, we still have all these stone plots. And I have some bad news, guys. I will be gone away from home most of the summer. I'll be working at a summer camp. But that means I want to get a lot done in this episode. I want to come back to a city. And right now we have 4 buildings. And I'd like to double that number in this episode. The progress you're about to see took place over the course of a few days. And if you don't know me, I get distracted very easily. So enjoy this montage of all the shenanigans that happened during that time. That's Bombastry, as you all know. And this is Omnipotence, my Power 5 bow. That rhymed. Some call me a poet. The thing is, I'm about to shoot Chris, and he doesn't even know it.
Wait, Sam, have you seen it?
You fixed the church.
Oh my gosh, that lag.
I'm using lag to get away from you.
Sam, do you need any bamboo?
Hey. Stop.
You're the one getting murked now.
Butter knife. The nose on your Mario
kill
skin
me
looks like a
with
big
that.
target. Looks like if I shoot it with an arrow, it'll squeak. Wait, freeze. Don't move. Bro, you just blew up his kingdom. He moved all of his storage all across the continent.
What are you doing?
Hey, there's a hole here. I want to build a flying cheeseburger when I come back.
Okay. I'll build a flying hot dog then.
I'll build a flying milkshake.
Bro, I can't. Sam, I'm giving you a challenge. You have to build something around me that I can't get out of while I get a drink. Here's my pickaxes.
How long do I have?
No obsidian.
Bruh, stop. Stop.
Come here.
Stop.
No. I want me out. Please. Ow! Sam, at least let me get to the main area. Please.
Why did you run out here?
Ow!
I can't.
All of us spawn!
I can't pick up any of this. Oh,
Ah!
that zombie probably can. What is this? He just stole my bed. Bruh.
No!
Stop.
How many beds do you have? Stop. How many do you have? Come here.
No.
No.
Let me
Where
sleep.
are
Let
you
me sleep.
going?
Let me sleep. I just want to sleep.
Why are you going in the nether?
Let me sleep.
Oh,
Oh.
Go, 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 go!
I just
Loud!
no. I just want to sleep. Ah. No.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Wow, how'd you get out there?
Sleep.
No.
Sleep.
Yes!
See you later, sucker! Sucker! Let's go. Where are you? Bruh.
Don't worry about it.
Sleep.
No!
Sleep. Let's go. Also, for the viewers, peep, we're at the Hall of Justice. You guys haven't seen this since episode 1. All right, land on it. Chris! No! What? Dude, that's
Totally.
legendary.
I know
Let's
that.
go.
I just did something.
Let's
I just broke a
go.
world record.
Let's go.
I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know why you guys keep making fun of me.
It's not fair. You can say anything that's not remotely funny and still make me laugh.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Beach. So cool. And with my star, we're gonna rule. Beach. Understand. I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 I love you.
Me waiting for the rain to stop so I can keep recording. Any day now. Alright, it's gotta be getting close. Also, this is quite fun. It's free cam mod, but I'm controlling myself. Very trippy. Alright, it stopped raining. Do you see what's different? If you're guessing that I completely changed out Main Street for the Basalt Road, I mean, you're technically right, but I was talking about the entire city block being done. A few days of grinding and placing blue blocks, but that entire block is done. So as you can see, this Main Street turns left right here, and then you can imagine over on this corner turns left again, making one big square. So this one is the tavern. So on the bottom floor here, we're gonna have a little bar, a little tavern, where you can come and get your chocolate milk. But on these stairs brings us up to an inn, so obviously no interior. But there will be bedrooms up here, and so this building, I know it's touching, but it's actually different. This is the bakery, and that's the wizard tower. We've seen that. Nope, still didn't move that. Gotta do that. But over on this way, we have the apothecary. This is the stonemasons building. So as you can see, there's kind of a well in the way, but he has the different stones that he's chiseled on display for people to come take a look at, see if they want to buy it. And so it's kind of an L-shaped building, but if we walk on inside, this one does have an interior. So we have this cool conveyor belt thing. So I'm waiting on some more mini blocks, but I want a stone block here. So you see the stone goes through this slicer, comes out as cut stone, but that's actually andesite. Goes in as andesite, gets heated. I use that rail on the trap door trick like that. So it goes over the skittle of the fire, and it cracks the stone into cobble, where it gets cut one more time, and then I need the gravel mini block. As you can see, gravel's getting dumped off and put into barrels. And again, you can see up here all the different stones he sells. This well, can't take credit for this design. I just found this online. Do not ask me how many times I've accidentally fallen in. This is the last one I just built today. This is the armorer. So in the blacksmith, we make the tools, we make the buckets, we make anything made of metal that's not armor. The armory, I wanted a separate building for this for two reasons. One, I want to have armor stands on display, and they just weren't going to fit in here. And two, 1.20 came out today. You know what that means? Armor trims. I'd love to make a place where anyone on LegendCraft can come, find any armor trim template, and as long as they have the ability to replicate their own copy of it, then they can use the template to make their armor. And then we're back at the stable. Oh, and of course we can't forget this last one. This is the barn. But as we walk in this barn, we do not have any animals for the inside yet. We're gonna have cows on this floor. Going up the stairs, you can turn to the second floor, where we will have pigs. And going up this ladder, we find the third floor, where we have a few pens for rabbits and chickens. And if we just scoot out this way, you might have noticed the hole in the back of the barn. You're probably wondering, Tempest, what is that for? If I turn around, there's going to be an alley right here. Remember what the blue wool means? That's where the horse track will be. So when you're racing on your horse, you'll ride right between these buildings, cross the street, don't get hit by a car, and you run through the barn. you go up the stairs and out into the hay bale. You'll ride your horse right out onto the hay bale. For those of you that don't know, hay bales will break your fall so you won't take damage. Once I have the church and mining company done, that's all the buildings that are going in this kingdom, aside from our grand castle that will rule above the rest. You're probably wondering, that's only half the kingdom. What's this half for? Well, that's the fields. The awesome thing is, it doesn't take a lot of work. I mean, it takes a hoe and some seeds. Very calm, relaxing project. So enjoy this calm, relaxing music while I tend the fields. We interrupt this broadcast to let you know that our kingdom is being attacked by rooftop ninjas. Anyway. And we interrupt once again to see the ninjas doing the Irish jig. Okay, so change of plans. Here you can see the before picture and see all that hill there, and now this is what it looks like now. So I did some stuff, no crop fields yet, but basically from where I'm looking to that arena was a giant hill, and I ripped it out, put in some grass here, and I had this plan. I was gonna put this kind of, almost like what you see here, this like eroded hill, one here, a small one, and that's how we'd get into the cottage, and then a medium one here. The problem is I can't do what I did here on a 5 block tall scale because it just looks like a munchkin of dirt and rock, and it doesn't look good. And the other thing is, then adds the problem of how do you get on top to cross the bridge, and it's just a lot of extra trouble and it won't look good. So change of plans. I'm gonna build this again right here, but obviously there's a change in altitude, so I did the math, and what we'll be left with is the ground will basically be like this, right? So you'll walk up to it and you'll still be able to walk into whatever I decide to have under there. It's time to build the very first thing we ever built here a second time. Alright, and with that we have a little bit of a duplex here. So obviously this is the original one, but these 3 things are stables for skeleton horses. And on the other side, they're not stables, they're little storage bins. I forgot about the whole this connects to this part. And now, I don't know how you're gonna get on this one. Why am I stupid? Alright, and with that, we have the way up to the arena. But Tempest, there's nothing here. Yes. I've changed my mind. So, I always had this 4th gateway, so this one leads into the city, that one leads out of the kingdom, and this one leads to the military barracks. But this gateway never had a purpose, and I teased early on that I wanted to do something with it, and honestly, I really didn't have any ideas. But this is kind of the perfect solution. So you come inside, starts off nice and dark, very mine shaft feeling, but quickly gets very mossy. Candlelight, I made sure that nothing can spawn in here though. You got the dripstone dripping down. Rooted dirt is one of my favorite blocks. Thank you, whatever update added that. I think 1.17. But yeah, the tuff slowly turns into dripstone, which blends nicely with the dirt as we ascend this old mildewy staircase to match the ancient aesthetic of the arena. And obviously we come out and we are now on top of said cliff. And still no inside, but you can hear the pillagers inside hurring and hawing. So unfortunately, despite my dreams this episode, we have not gotten to doing the fields, but I have to wrap the episode up because I leave for the summer in like a day or two, and I mean, I need to get this video edited and get it out to you guys. I know it's been a long time, so for those of you who are waiting for it, I'm sorry, but I mean, I got a lot done, so I hope you guys are happy with how the kingdom's looking. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. If you liked the episode, make sure you actually hit the like button. And if you want to see the next one, make sure you subscribe. Look at that beautiful city of blue roofs. I told you guys, episode 1, the power of the blue roofs is what's going to get us to victory. We still have that enemy behind us, but that's going to have to be it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next one.